Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout.
What they doing on your arms,
Two remaining as we step aside here in this first
quarter.
quarter.
On your feet, man. Nah, wrong feet. That's not right.
On first down, Drake. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage.
You gotta hit that block.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. You don't see that a ton.
Sorry,
There was a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Dropped it?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into
I
his
ain't gonna bring
body.
it back out though
Everything
about
looked
another
pretty
week
good
though.
until the finish.
I'm gonna let Low stretch his little shooter out for the moment.
They come up to the line.
I know he ain't gonna get him up. He ain't gonna grind him out. He'll grind him out in park.
Back to throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did
Punk
there.
ass out of here, Kills. Oh, no, that ain't. That wasn't King. That's why.
Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. A give running right, Drake. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. He'll look to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation,
hey, that's that
the
little
defender's making sure his guy can hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant you the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a line foot.
Get the fuck out of here.
Traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20.
Good shit, my nigga.
And he will score. Touchdown,
shit,
Miami.
Wow.
In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal, you got to kind of hit it low and drive it. That makes it susceptible to a block here. Not only do they block it, they return it.
And how about how well they did on the return where they didn't create a penalty? Oftentimes in that type of a scrambling situation, someone will clip, someone will block below the waist, right? You name it. In this case, though, that didn't happen. They formed it up.
So what you bringing out, man? You bringing that shot crate or what, bro?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out.
Bring out the
So what
shoes,
you
bro.
really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Have a good day today.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I had a good day off in that 3-on-3 though.
2nd and 10.
I had a good day in that thunder yesterday.
And a quick throw.
Yeah, man, we
complete.
good.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now back to throw. And that's caught.
Oh, my God. He dropped the dope.
Out. Smith lost it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Jump shot.
Stay in the lab with the jump shot.
Following the fumble,
I got the same jump shot on my shot code, but I made a new jump shot.
And this one caught by Travis Kelce.
You for it, bastard. Take that
yards on that one, and a Miami first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Yeah, I don't think Lowe ain't gonna be on the ball. Lowe probably gonna be on the ball about 10, 11.
Former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Balaj, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Let the man do you over there, 40.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rosen. He's going to complete to Stephon Diggs. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
He's going to be tough.
Combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it from
get that. Marcus Barnes, don't you talk about him, Kale.
Great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That's why I let him go. Basket kept dropping my rock.
But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They'll start the drive with Drake. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I like this.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
I don't know, in the practice, field, I don't know how it's going to be in the park.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Anybody stick to the same jump shot you got here, play make shot credit. Let's see what hitting yesterday. Man, what are you talking about? That shit was. He ain't had no over 9 games. Shit.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Currently the best in the NFL and converting on 3rd down, so it's not surprising that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it.
You ain't going to be no set-side shooter. You're going to be shooting off the dribble.
Now on 1st down.
Both of the time.
And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Size up combo passes.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
That is too high.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Drake, and an alley to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Now open down the middle of the field. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They'll run with Drake. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Mika Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. He'll drop to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 22-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. That's going to be a 103-yard kickoff return. What a run. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
Well, let's be honest. A lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Complete. Smith has it. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? They sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top.
Damn, nobody blocked this.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, you keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Can you get up? Can you get up? Get up.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll look to throw here. The open man is Smith. And they're going to get this all the way inside the Miami 15. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I can go buy you another basketball.
Oh, my God.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
tails, man. Mark said, come
holler
holler
at out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a turn there, but at least some positive yardage. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position.
He actually made a good play. If you'd have thought the step, I'd have cut that.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick.
I said if you would have threw it
to right at the 35. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a real tough offense.
Yeah, will they make up for it? This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. He's got Smith here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
You did, though.
So
man, you see I had to put a user.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Tried to trash you.
The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Watch it.
Back to throw here. And this one complete to Smith. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
No, that's for him, Larry.
Again, it's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
You can shoot it. You got to raise it up.
Even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
It's too low for you to be shooting. Right there, yeah. Now you got to let it up.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, again with the bullshit.
Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Yeah.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one.
I'm with you totally. I can sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try to get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
On 2nd down, it's Carter. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers or counter.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at 32, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On first down, Bowser. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
One decent little gain puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
It's Smith, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And you said you'll blow it.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
You'll run them out.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Better hike his hind parts back here.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14-all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Brady.
I had to give you a good game, Chris. I need this game.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And he's able to find Diggs. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And this time they were ready for him, as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Holton Hill, the one there to bring him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen.
Hey, bro,
He finds his target, it's Evans. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Middle.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. It's complete to Diggs. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football. That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On second down and 4. Rosen. This is caught. And he's brought down. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him. A quick throw taken in by Diggs. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback.
I gotta change some shit up.
And it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but now it'll be 3rd down.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area.
Oh, my God.
And then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 18. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
Man, my nigga.
Another nice pickup through the air. And I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But this league, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Goddamn it.
Rosen now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. And Diggs has it. A Miami first down. That one going for a gain of 11.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Hey, exit.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Left side caught by Diggs. All the way in for a Miami touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
That's okay. We about to hurt Diggs.
Extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And back here, this will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
You don't know who you...
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Ready.
Freaking hater.
We got three.
Out of the gun. They're going to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back.
No! And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
I'm about to say, nigga, he was right there.
Lines up to be incomplete. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Monday. Hey, Foxtrot.
Here's Rosen.
You ready to rebound?
He'll get the first down inside the 20. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Yeah, that was the first time.
Set now to kick this one
right
away,
though,
and
I'm
off
pissed
it
about
goes.
that. I'm like,
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25
this is
on
not
the
a position
touchback.
the nigga wants to be in.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and get loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You can run up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll set up a throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Take that ball
in. 2nd and 10. He completes it to Treadwell. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook.
Like, man, I'm talking about as soon as he's done it,
keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now perfect since the second.
In the pocket everything.
It's 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 26.
Oh, no. Hell no.
Bringing up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Let him come to you.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Let him see if he can see.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
I gotta worry about this nigga doing nothing. That's you.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get it. That is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
I ain't getting dropped off. Look at that.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
They just shooting the rock on.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. Accepted a 3rd time. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Call it a pickup for 7.
Look, I had to get that bitch out fast, kid.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. 2nd and 3. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Now back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29.
Stand behind.
Room here to run. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I
think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
God damn, nigga. That's all. Cool. Coming back. Easy money.
This nigga.
Sorry, big man. God.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the lead.
That's normally how my team play.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, now you see why I needed key.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left half.
He ain't gonna shoot.
And the kick
he just gonna keep
good.
making me run.
You wonder
That's
how
all.
this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until
He
then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs. That's exactly what they did.
Wonderful.
So for Miami, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year.
Hey, that fucking midget had the most special play I'd have never seen.